Okay, I'm going to show the Chan Yuan Gong form from Shaolin. It's a Qigong form that can be used as self-defense. Like I said before, you can do it with a staff, a broom, double swords, which is like a staff broken in half, maybe even a spear. So that means it's a Qigong that can also be used for self-defense, which is important in Shaolin history since it got attacked so many times by so many people, right? And then, of course, each time it did, the information scattered into the villages, and so you have the different nearing villages having Shaolin from different time periods, which proves that lots of people don't know what they're talking about because they already have the idea and they try to prove the idea they already have. Instead of doing what I do the research and get the conclusions from the research, they already have their conclusions formed, which is called, in America, bullshit. So, let's stop the bullshit. The Chan Yuan Gong form goes back pretty far. It has its roots when Hue was around, which I think that's pretty ancient. 450 years ago? No, 450. The year 450. Okay. That's the internal mechanics. That's the Qigong part, right? The Qi, how to cultivate Qi and all that stuff. The rest of it was put into development, the actual movements, in the early Qing dynasty, which 1644 the Qing dynasty started and the Ming dynasty ended. So it was during that time, which is pretty far back. So it's not recent, right? It's not me, it's other people's research proved that. Okay, so from there, so it's got the ideas associated. What's important about it? Well, it has the 13 principles that Yang Cheng Fu said these are the principles of Tai Chi. They're the same as if you said these are the principles of Shaolin. True Shaolin, not modern lightning fast acrobatic baloney. No, real Shaolin. So, not only that, but the Tai Chi classics, they were written by the Wu brothers, and they were already martial artists that were strongly knowledgeable about Shaolin Hung Quan. Okay? They grew up in the same village with Yang Luchan. And Yang Luchan, don't get bullshitted by this servant baloney. He was an accomplished martial artist. At a young age, he was a prodigy, a martial arts prodigy. Okay? That's why he was referred to the bodyguards that were outside of Chen village during Yang Luchan's time. All right? He saw them and he wanted to learn what they were doing. So they recommended going to Chen village. So he did. I'm sure that the place he worked at, which was near the pharmacy, near the salt store that they found the Tai Chi classics. How is that? Who would believe stories like that? Okay? They found it in a salt store. All right, guess who owned the salt store? Li, the Li family, the cousins of the Chens, the people who were doing an internal martial art that looks a lot like Chen Tai Chi. Okay? In fact, it's the same forms. So what we got here is a lot of bullshit going on. All right? The old Chinese like to embellish on and make everything legendary. Okay? But let's use common sense. Common sense. All right. So anyway, all the rules, I'm going to type them up and put them in the description. All the rules of Tai Chi and all the rules of Shaolin internal martial arts are exactly the same. Okay? What you learn in Chan Yuan Gong. Okay. 2, move in a circle. Use your hips from the ground up. Bring the energy up from the ground. It's called grounding. And it's called rooting in Tai Chi. And use tongue bi through the arm, or tongue bei through the back, through the shoulder. Why? What is that? That means the energy goes from here to here. If anybody remember Holyfield, that heavyweight champion, a lot of boxers learned Chinese Kung Fu for the body mechanics. And you know what? I watched him punch, watched videos of him. He goes like this. He turns his foot in, pushes his heel into the ground, and that whole body punch happens. And that's from the whole ground plus your body weight is going through. So that's called uprooting. You don't have to punch at somebody like in boxing. You punch through them and they go flying. That's uprooting. That's in this stuff. All right, so let's start. You start like this, and always there's a beginning. There's always a chi thing. 1, 2, 3. So when you do that, you breathe deep. You breathe deeper. You breathe all the way in through the diaphragm, and then you can go up and around. All right. So this is a wide stance form. Okay, and then your hand. You start on the right and you end to the left. You do everything 8 times, except if it's a double one, you do it 4. Okay. So look. The first one is vertical energy. From here, look. 1. Breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe in, breathe out. Always breathe in the middle, breathe out. 6, 7. The next one. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. The next one. Turn your foot in. Step, step like in Xing. Remember in the last video I said there's lots of Xing in ancient Shaolin from the 1600s. Step, step. Row the boat against the current. Step, step like in Xing, and push and breathe out heavy. So you row the boat, turn your foot, just like in Tai Chi. The Dantian, which is initiated by the foot, turn the hips, turn the waist, and row the boat against the current. Step, step, push. Row the boat against the current. You can do a stab and then push. Row the boat against the current. Stab and push. Okay, the next one. This is what did I say in the last video. This is what you do right before you do the kicks in Tai Chi. Right here. Hands come together, foot comes in. Hands go up, knee goes up. Fingers point, you point. Okay? Circle, circle. 1, 2, 3. It's the exact same thing. Look. Same thing. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. And on the left, continue on the right. All right, and the next one. This is found in Wing Chun. This is found in Wing Chun is exactly a copy of this, except done with small circles. This is found, it's identical to the red boat style. Okay? It's found in Bagua. These hand movements are the same hand movements as in Bagua. Okay? So, you got this in the Qigong form of Bagua. Bai, ko. Step out is called bai. Step in is ko. See? Then you got this. Then you have this. Then you have this. Then you have this. Then you have this. Okay? So, that's in Bagua. How come it's the same hand movements? Duh. Because Deng Kai Chuan studied a lot of things, but he also studied Shaolin Louhan. And he must have learned the obvious things in Shaolin, which is all the forms, include especially the internal forms. When you're moving, it's bai, ko, bai, ko. Here's the difference. Bagua puts it on the outside. You are the enemy trapped on the inside. Shaolin does the same thing. Okay, Bagua moves in a straight line in a circle. Shaolin moves in a circle on a straight line. So when I'm doing bai ko, look, bai ko in Shaolin, I am going in a circle, but I'm traveling on a straight line. So it's called the needle in the hurricane, the symbol of null. Why did the Shaolin Louhan use that symbol? The symbol of nothingness. It means to be empty. All right, there's all the Zen stuff. But also to be loose, be relaxed. So that, how does a hurricane, I've seen hurricane tornadoes, it's called tornado, take a car and put it through a giant tree. Like a needle going in. So it's the needle. So you are the needle after you do bai ko. So what's bai? Turn on the gas. What's ko? Step on the brakes. Okay? So all the forms have bai ko and Shaolin. That's how you move. See? And there's a lot of Xing in Shaolin. You're always doing this. Right? You're always doing earth metal. Why? Because Ying-feng, GGK, he went to Shaolin Temple more than once. It's documented. Okay? All right. So, don't believe all these people that say Shaolin didn't have any boxing arts because they're stupid and ignorant. Okay? And do you think Shaolin was going to be giving away their secrets? Sorry? So in the 1500, this staff master named Yu, and he's connected with Qi Guang. He went to Shaolin Temple and goes, their stuff's mediocre. Okay, what he didn't know was that the Qigongs they were doing hid, because they were forbidden by the Manchurians and Mongolians before that. It hid, let me find my staff, the short staff I was using. Here it is. Okay, look, it hid the movements. So the first move of Chen Yuan Gong, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and there's different levels of doing this. You can do it real simple, or you can do it complex. So there's 3 levels to using the staff. You do simple, intermediate, and complex. So, okay, the simple of this is just push back. And then you go do the fancy version, look, and then the super fancy. Super fancy is always over your house, third level, right? Over your head, boom. And then under your arm, you always pull from the back. So simple way is just boom, boom. Better way, fancy way. Okay, that's the second move. Third move is, look, wash face, look at the picture, show the picture. So white crane spreads its wings. 1, 1. Okay, and attack. Are you gonna let it hit you in the face? No, you hit it. This hand is hooked down here. You hit it. Knock it out of the way. Now that it's knocked out of the way, get underneath and throw them. Boom. 1, 1, get out of the way. 2, 3. And you can use it for brush knee twist step. 1, get out of the way. 2, 3, brush knee twist step. 1, get out of the way. 2, get underneath. Brush knee twist step. Okay? The next one does the circle, 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 push. Right? Look, fancy way. Super fancy way. Okay? That is the row the boat against the current. What's next? Okay, this one, it's just simple. Boom, 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 boom. Fancy way. Ba-ba boom, ba-ba boom, ba-ba boom. And what is that? Inside flower, outside flower, inside flower, outside flower, inside flower. Duh. Okay? Then the next one. The form does this way, but you do it on one side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, push. Okay, and you either do it forwards or you do it backwards, right? Dragon wags his tail. Then the next part is just simple. 1, 2, you can go fancy. 3, 4, 5, 6, super fancy. 7, 8, and it includes this. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. This one is done always after this one. Okay, so it would be 1, 2, 3, 4. But you always move, right? The real way to do these forms is the moving version. Look, number 1, number 1, number 1, number 2, number 2, number 1, number 1, number 2, number 2. Got it? Then, what's next? All right. This one is this is from the Crazy Devil motion that Shaolin has. And you do small circle, big circle, smash. Fancy version, small circle, big circle, smash. Small circle, big first. Super fancy version, bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. And then, last but not least, the one that looks like Xing. Earth, metal. Earth, metal. So look, metal goes this way. So you're gonna go 1, 2, 3, smash. 1, 2, 3, smash. Same as Xing's staff. 5 elements form. Duh. Okay, let's get back to the form. All Shaolin forms can be done with the staff. That's all you need to know. That's all that's important. Nothing else is important. So here we are doing the form. All right. So how far did I get? You're here. Number 1. 1, 2. Oh look, breathe in the middle. And remember, you want to learn this for real. Take lessons from me, either online, like I'm doing now for people around the world, or so look, you got to do what they do in Tai Chi. It's the same. This is what you're told to do. And it's identical to when I learned Tai Chi. I go, I already learned this. So 1, 2, you could turn your foot in, turn your foot out. Turn your foot in, turn. Remember, there's different levels. There's always 3 levels. Okay? Then 1, number 2, 2. This is the same as the Taoist Hua Shan Longevity Exercises. I'm going to videotape those so you can compare. Both of these became the influence on the silk reeling that Feng Ziyang brought to, and he learned from Hugh. Right? That's number 2. Number 3. Watch for you. Okay? 1, get out of the way. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Brush, knee, twist, step. 1. White crane spreads the swing. White crane spreads the swing. Brush, knee, twist, step. Do you see the next one? Circle, 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 circle. It goes in, under, up, down, up, and across. What are you doing? You're cleaning the hand that's in front. See? Someone grabbed you. There is a primitive way of doing this. Boom. But, pow. Someone grabs you, turn over, break their elbow. Someone grabs you, turn them. Now you got them, break their elbow. Okay? The next one. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now you can do it this way. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Right? Dragon wags his tail. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more. You do it 4 times because each one counts as 2. Because in the fighting version of this, you do it on one side. like I showed you with the staff. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Okay, next one. 1, 2, and this is found in the old Yang style, which is documented. Shu Du Mai documented the old Yang form. It's the same as the form that Bruce Francis teaches as the old Yang. 1, 2. All right, that's 8. All right, then you go like this. You go diagonally across, clear, hook down. Diagonally across, clear, hook down. You're knocking somebody over your leg. See? This is close range. Okay, there's all Duen Da in these things. There's also close range fighting, close range strikes. Where did that come from? Yue-fei, which they always want to deny and just say it's just a legend. No, Yue-fei's army practice martial arts. How could they not? And then the surrounding countryside, they spread after the 1100s, after the fall of the Chinese to the Mongolians, right? And they showed it. You see the moves that are in it are prototypical Xinyi moves, especially the Xinyi animals. They come from Yue-fei. Joseph Crandall just put out a book. He read my book. I said, do your own research. And I showed how the different animals are all found in Yue-fei forms. Same way they're done in Xinyi. Same way. And then he found a form, and he documented a whole Yue-fei form, and it's identical to Xinyi animals. All right? There's a whole history to Xinyi that most people don't know how it relates, how it got to Lo Yang first. I know, because I did 40 years of research. Okay, so look, diagonal and knock somebody over your leg. Hook down, diagonal, knock somebody over your leg. Hook their hand down, pull them apart, okay? In the moving version, it's 4 and 4 because they're 2 parts. In the moving version, you do 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's because this is done really fast, so you don't see this part. All right, next one. Small circle, big circle with the dantian. Small circle, big circle. Open hands, small circle, grab and pull. Open hands, close hands. Breathe in, breathe out. Okay, what else is that? 1, 2, 3. This is found in Hung Chuan. You do small circle, big circle. And then the Shaolin does 1, 2, 3. Boom. Tai Chi does. The old Yang goes 1, 2, 3. Chen Tai Chi. Okay, everything, after you do the step around, kick, and you do 1, 2, 3. The Yang Cheng Fu version, they skip this. Skip small circle, big circle. It just does kick, and this goes like that. You lose a lot when you do the Yang Cheng Fu version. You want to learn the old Yang version, pre-Yang Cheng Fu? You can learn it from me. You want to learn the old Chen version from Taiwan before Chen Fa-Ke changed it a lot? You can learn it from me. Okay, so after this one, small circle, big circle, bang. Small circle, big circle, bang. Small circle, big. Then comes the Xinyi influence. 1, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Xinyi earth. But do they call that in Shaolin? No, it's a tiger. Tiger, look. Tiger form. It's all the principles of Xinyi. All the exact same. There's nothing here that Xinyi doesn't do. There's nothing at all. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can use claws because it's and then if you do the moving version, it goes 1, 2, jump. 1, 2, 3, jump. 1, 2, 3, jump. That's so Xinyi, right? What's Xinyi dragon do? Wham. There's an old Shaolin form. No, but they adopted it from Hua Mountain. Same place where this Qigong comes from, Hua Shan Mountain. They adopted it from that. And the beginning of the Shaolin form is the same as the Xing 5 elements. Oh, how did that happen? All right, you go like this. Same thing we just did. Then you do Xing, that's, you know, metal. Xing water. Wood. Fire. Earth. How come everybody has eyes, but they can't see? How come? I think it's all because of money. I think that everybody in China makes believe that they're the only ones that know what they're doing because of money. And instead of everybody cooperating and seeing how everything interrelates and we can get into the true history, okay? So if you want to read the true history, go to Amazon and buy The Hidden History of the Chinese Internal Martial Arts. It's this fat. Chapter by chapter I go start at Bagua and show who teaches what to who, when, and where. Then I go to Xingyi, who taught what to who, when, and where. Then I go to Tai Chi. And then all the roots, Tung Bei, where did that come from? All the Shaolin stuff. And keep going and going and going. I go all the way backwards in history from Bagua, which is the last style that came from China. Everything else from that is bullshit. Everything before Bagua is the roots of Bagua, obviously. So we go back. Why did in Beijing, why did everybody who did Xingyi and Tai Chi and Bagua, they did all three and they did it together? And why did they go, wait a minute, I see it. There was other influences too. Beijing had a strong Chuo Jiao influence, a strong Eagle Claw influence, all right? The linear Bagua, it's not linear Bagua. The guy that taught it was a Yufei Duanda expert. And the moves are found in Ba Shan Fan and Chuo Jiao. And all he did, if you take each individual move, I documented in my book, each individual move. So now you have Guo and all these other styles doing circular version of the straight version. They call it the 64. All you're doing is Chuo Jiao. You're doing Chuo Jiao and you're turning it into the Bagua footwork. Okay? We're going to get to Bagua later. All right. That's the whole story of Chen Yuan Gong. Okay? It follows the 10, some say 13 principles that Yang Cheng Fu said is what makes good Tai Chi. Well, but if you read it, it's the same principles. It's everything I've done. I'm going to put it in the description. Okay? Everything I've done is the 10 principles of Tai Chi in this Qigong form, Chen Yuan Gong. And in all internal Shaolin. Now, you know, there's other Shaolin forms, but they're internal if you do them internal. They're internal if you know what you're doing, right? And you do it slow until you get confident and you increase your speed. These people that do it super fast, if you slow them down, they don't know what they're doing. There's no power. Yeah, it's a speeding bullet, but that's like somebody spraying bullets everywhere. No. Nope, you gotta be strong and focused, and then you increase the speed. You have to be confident that each move is correct. Same as in Tai Chi. People go, oh, how do you learn how to fight fast if you're doing everything slow in Tai Chi? Because you're doing it slow so you can do it correct, right? You're doing it slow so you can do it correct. You're doing it slow so you can do it correct. Okay. Fast. It starts to look like Shaolin if you did it super fast. If you did Tai Chi super fast. Alright? But the movements are identical. So we're going to get to that. Alright. This Shaolin form Chen Yuan Gong basically is the foundation of everything to do any internal martial arts. This is important. Nobody's teaching this in the United States. You want to learn it? Learn it from me. You want to learn it internationally? Learn it from me, okay? I didn't mean this to be a giant commercial, but you want the truth. Not too many people are saying it. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to show is either the Taoist versions of this stuff from the Hua Shan Longevity Exercises. And then I'm going to show the 13 Louhan postures. Ooh, and what is Tai Chi called? 13 postures. Okay? It's not a bullshit coincidence. It's a real serious 13 postures. And all the 8 energies of Tai Chi are found in it. Okay? All of it is in there. Peng, Lu, Ji, An. That's the first move. The next 8 energies, the next 4. Swing, tear, shoulder, elbow. It's identical. All right, then it does the rest that you find in Tai Chi. So, you want to open your eyes, you want to learn, you want to be really great at Tai Chi, you want to be really great at internal martial arts, you want to be really great in Shaolin, then I suggest you learn from me. Read my book, take my classes. All right, I do private class. I'm only charging $35 an hour, okay? $35 an hour. So, once a week if you want. All right.